First, a huge inise, idanse, and inike to our new listeners in Guinea. Please consider supporting the show by checking out the options in the description box below. I thank you just so darn much. Today we have ourselves a dumb birthday game packed full of fun. It's from March 16th, 1995, and I've titled it, It's No Pun When the Joke's Hurt. The players, Marge, who's a first-timer, Rick from Boston, also a first-timer, the soft and gentle Sandy in Wareham, Mike from Maryland, Mike Epstein producing and playing in studio, I'm on the phone from parts unknown, Jack Harte in Tin Box Traffic, and the rookie producer Dave Mager. The birthdays, Jerry Lewis, Daniel Patrick Moynahan, Nancy Wilson, Jerry Jeff Walker, Erik Estrada, Henny Youngman, Kate Nelligan, and Hollis Stacy. Episode 227. It's no pun when the joke's hurt. Stings its way to your ears. Now.
Oh, nice to talk to you again, Marge.
Hello.
Okay, you have made the cut.
Thank you.
No. Okay, it's good to have you. Have you played the game with us before?
No, I haven't.
Oh, this is exciting then.
Oh, yeah, it is.
This is a kind of virgin territory for you, then,
Yeah.
pardon the expression. Okay. Okay, we have Rick, who is in Boston. Hi, Rick.
Good morning, Norm.
Good morning, Rick.
Longtime fan of you and your wife.
Well, thank you very
This
much.
is my first time. Please be gentle.
Well,
Please let me follow Jack Harte.
well, you will at times, because we mix up the order every now and then. So, so at times you will. Well,
He's a shark.
Well, you think he's pretty good, and so you're
Well, he
thinking
plays it every year, so he just has to add one to the
I guess
correct answer from the year before.
He's
so.
but I doubt very much he's going to remember that.
I know.
Okay, Sandy in Wareham again. Hello, Sandy.
Hello, Norman.
Oh, you say that's so nice and soft and gentle.
Oh, yeah. Sure. I'm ready.
Oh yeah, show up.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay,
I'm ready.
okay.
Let's go. Bring on Tony Nesbitt.
Okay, Tony will be with us in a second too, and I'll bring on Tony in just a little bit, and also Jack and several other people, including Mike, who is down in Maryland. Hello, Mike.
Hi, Norm.
You have played the game before, I think, or have you not?
Yes, I played it before about a year ago.
Okay, did you win or anything?
Oh, gosh, no.
Okay, that's probably just as well, because otherwise you get a worthless, tasteless prize, and you wouldn't want a piece of junk. You probably have plenty of that around your house already, Heck.
True.
You have that you have that sound in your voice that says, hey, I live in a house with a whole bunch of junk. I detect all that stuff because there are moments I am a psychic. Thank you. Okay, we do have Mike Epstein is with us today also, playing the game, our producer. Yes, he is. In fact, he is you.
He is I. He is I.
Okay, we have Tony Nesbitt, of course, who's with us and who's also a producer here at WBZ.
Yes.
Nice to have you playing the game with us, Tony.
Nice to be here. I have to let you know something.
Yes.
The Christmas Story movie.
Yes.
Okay. It was a Red Ryder BB gun.
Oh, was a red, not a Daisy.
No.
Okay. Daisy was very popular, I guess, when I was a kid.
Comic books. I remember reading when I used to read comic books that Daisy was always the rifle that was advertised.
Right.
Okay, but it was a Red Rider actually in
Definitely
the Christmas
in the movie.
Story.
Yes.
Okay. We have Jack with us. Jack Harte, hello.
Hi.
I don't get a chance to talk to you very much these days.
No, they've shuttered me further into this little tin box that they've got us stuck in.
But still, the wildness and excitement of your personality comes popping through. They'll never be able to confine you.
Oh.
No, because no matter where they put you, you'll come bubbling through, and the charm just reeks, and I'm just rambling on in a totally senseless way, and I sometimes I get into one of these long, pointless sentences I don't know how to end.
Kind of like the one you're in now.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's the one. See, that's the one I was just describing. If you were here, if I'm talking to somebody directly too, when I get into one of these things, I keep talking till they just turn around and walk away from me. So that ends it kind of easily. Thank you very much. Well, on with the show now. We have Dave Mager, who's with us, who is a brand new young fellow who's just joined our production staff. You must have You must have gone through tons of training and all kinds of technical education to get to this point.
It was boot camp.
Boot camp, yeah. We do that with members of our staff.
In certain cases, it was worse than boot camp.
Yeah. Did you work in radio before this, or?
Oh yes, WPRO Providence, Syracuse, and several tin can radio stations around Utica, New York.
You were on the air, weren't you? I can tell because you talk like an announcer.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do, Brent.
Why did you change your voice when I said you sound like an announcer? When I already said you sound like an announcer.
There are 10 people on the air right now. This is amazing. This is tremendous.
Yeah, don't overplay your part. Just kind of ease your way into this thing gently, okay? Let's go to here's what we do.
The theme, Norm. I'm sorry.
I did not play the
No,
theme.
you didn't. I didn't think you did.
You're absolutely right. I did not. We'll remedy that right now. If anybody wants to join in, do that.
You don't need skill, you don't have to be a brain. You just call Norm to play the
Dumb birthday game.
Play the dumb,
Dum 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 dum
Oh, that was just so beautiful.
Now it's official.
That's right. Otherwise, we couldn't go on with it. Let's go on with Jerry Lewis anyway. So what I do is I tell you a little bit about some of these people, as though you need to know about Jerry Lewis. Except he just opened in Damn Yankees on Broadway, and the reviews generally have not been too good for him.
The only couple of reviews that I've seen have not been that great of him personally. I saw one that said that the show was okay, and that Jerry kind of dragged it down a little bit.
Because the show is excellent. Excellent. I saw it a lot of years ago. What's his name? Ray Walston, who was the devil. Can you picture him? Do you know who Ray Walston is?
The name
My Favorite Martian.
That's right, My Favorite Martian. Doesn't he look like the devil?
Well, there's a tie-in for you. Wasn't Jerry Lewis had something to do with that show?
No, Bill Bixby.
Oh, Damn Yankees?
No, My Favorite Martian.
My Favorite Martian?
Bill Bixby.
Oh, it was Bill Bixby. Yeah, no, not Jerry Lewis, no. Okay, let's see what it says about him. He was born Joseph Levitch in Newark, New Jersey. He's been chairman of the MD Association, West Muscular Dystrophy Association, since 1950, and hosts the annual telethon, as though anybody had to be told that. He had a successful film career with sidekick Dean Martin until 1958. He had a hit record in 1956. Was that a hit record, Rockabye Your Baby, with a Dixie melody? Was that actually a hit record?
I can't picture him
Right,
seeing
yeah?
it.
Thin year for music.
There must have been a thin year for music. No, I remember the record, and I think I hate to say this, I think I even played it on the air. That was, what year did we say that was?
1956?
56, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Jerry Lewis. Marge, how old do you think Jerry Lewis is this very day?
I think Jerry Lewis is 59.
59.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and what do you think, Rick?
I think I know how old he is. Could I?
Oh, no, that's right. You don't have to even make explanations.
Well, could I tell you this at a sidebar so these other people don't?
All right, I tell you what. Well, if you definitely do know. I'll tell you what. We'll put you on the side, and we'll come back to you at the very end. Is that okay with you? Okay. Sandy.
Well, I'm going to have to say a big 69.
69. And Mike, what do you think?
Epstein or Rainier?
What?
Oh, well, never mind. I'd say about 75, Norm.
Okay, and Mike, what do you think? Well, this is Mike Epstein. That's right. I'm sorry, we do have two mics. Excuse me.
I think that he's 76.
That's 76.
That's a spirit, yeah.
Okay. Tony? We only have one Tony. That's right.
Well, Norman, I've been waiting.
69.
Who just said that?
I'm sorry, that was me.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah.
Okay. Because sometimes we get cuckoo birds on.
No, that was
maybe
me
that was something else.
acting little Jerry Lewis, hey, lady.
Is that Jerry Lewis?
Oh, Dean. Hey, lady, I'm for you. That's very good.
I thought he was doing a Wolfman Jack imitation for a second.
I thought it was FM radio there for a second.
Jack, what do you think?
You know those boogie woogie classics and marrying his cousin, and he only had Rockabye Your Baby.
Did he do?
Oh no, that was Jerry Lee Lewis.
Oh, he's doing humor. I think Jack knows that.
I know, and I was just trying to contribite to it, but I failed miserably.
I see.
No, that was Jerry Lee Lewis. It wasn't me. It was Jerry Lee Lewis, Dino.
A lot of shaking going on.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, what do you think? How old is he today, Jack?
Oh, I don't know why I want to say this, but I'm going to have to say 69.
69, okay. And Dave?
His hair is 23, so that would make him 67.
In the future, can we not hire former announcers to be producers?
I'll just shut up now.
Yeah, please. I would thank you very much. Rick, what do you think? Now, what is your
I'll
guess?
go with Jack and Sandy, 69.
And me.
And that's right. There are four of you guessed that. Yeah, Rick, Sandy, Tony, and Jack. And all the little guys. Or something. It sounds like there should be a line after that. But there are four winners of that. That's correct. Jerry Lewis is 69 years old today.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, how about Senator Daniel Patrick Moynahan? You know he was born in Tulsa, Oklahoma. He doesn't even sound New York.
I'd never guessed that.
No, he must have lived there the first 3 weeks of his life or something.
Speaking of senators, don't you have a senator there on a tape?
A senator on a tape?
All we're trying to do is bring common sense and sanity to the United States federal budget.
See, I don't think so.
Okay, I was just curious.
That is a senator.
I thought I heard something.
And that is a senator. What's this? Livingston?
Yeah, Robert Livingston from Louisiana.
From Louisiana. Oh, he just, he believes in his cause.
All we're trying to do is bring common sense and sanity to the United States federal budget.
See, they ought to have tried that with the senators, especially the one from Louisiana first. Okay, Senator Daniel Patrick Moynahan wrote the book, because he's the senator from New York, as you know, New York State. He wrote the book, Maximum Feasible Misunderstanding. Did he really write a book with a title like that?
I think I'm going to read the title than I would the whole book.
I think. Would you even think of buying a book with that title?
Sounds kind of funny, though.
No way.
Maximum Feasible Misunderstanding. I suppose when you think about it, that's quite true. It is kind of a funny title. He's a class actor. I like him a lot. I think the people of New York. I think the people of New York are very lucky to have a guy like that representing. What do you think, sir?
All we're trying to do is bring common sense and sanity to the United States federal budget.
You'd never get Daniel Patrick Moynahan to scream and yell like that.
That's what you sound like at some of your town meetings. Don't lie to us.
That's right. Well, not me, but there are people who get up and, what do you need? We need more schools. When I was in school, each classroom was only 3 feet wide and 2 feet in diameter, and we had 200 kids in each class, and they all learned how to talk good. We practiced fiscal responsibility. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Anyways, we ought to have, was one of the prizes, you can come to one of our town meetings as a guest.
There you go.
You can't vote or say anything, but just sit there and watch the action. It's really a great deal of fun. Okay, let's start with you, Dave. Senator Patrick Moynahan.
I can still talk? I'm allowed to? 70...
Oh, just answer the damn stuff.
73.
How to make yourself unpopular your first day on the job. Okay.
By Dave Maker.
Yeah, by Dave Maker, right. Jack.
Maximum feasible unpopularity.
Yeah, I mean, once you're an announcer, it's impossible for you to just to say a couple of words. Because I this is like the, what did they say, the kettle calling the pot black or something like that. It sounds like I'm talking about myself there. Jack, what do you think? How old is Senator Daniel Patrick Moynahan?
Senator Daniel Patrick Moynahan. Well, there you go. There's a senator. Isn't he a senator? Yes, he's a senator. I was just being talkative. 70-ish. 72.
72. Okay. I'm just checking again just to make sure we have the right stuff. Okay. And Tony?
If you like him, he must be a Democrat, correct?
He is a liberal Democrat. Yes.
Okay, well, then he's got to be about 73.
I see. The fact that he's a liberal Democrat, that makes him, has to be an older person.
They're a dying breed, huh?
Okay. Mike, what do you think?
I think he's closer to 80, Norm.
Okay, closer to 80. What would you say? I've got to identify which Mike I'm talking about, but this is Mike in Maryland. And you say what?
80.
80. And Mike in Boston, Mike Epstein?
I think that he's closer to 75.
75. Okay. And Sandy?
I believe I'm going with the Mike in Boston.
Thank you.
And thank you.
No, thank you.
Moynahan, Jerry Lewis, Moynahan, 75.
You're saying Senator Daniel Patrick Moynahan is 35?
75.
Oh, 75.
75.
I thought you had given leave of your senses there for a second.
I think I did at the sidebar back there.
You know, what year is this, and who's the president?
Clinton.
Taft.
I see. Rick, what do you think?
Well, whenever I get a chance, I cross the border and vote for him. And I think he's turning the big 6'8".
Big 6'8". Okay, Marge, what do you say?
Well, I think he looks a little older than he is. And I'm going to say he's 70.
Okay, actually, Rick has got this on the button, too. Did you look all these things up ahead of time, Rick?
No, sir.
No, you just happen to know
that
he was...
sounded convincing.
You just happen to know he was 68 and Jerry Lewis was 69. You just knew that. You didn't look them up in advance?
No.
Because there's no law says you can't have done that, because you only get a junkie prize even if you won. And
believe me, I will go downhill before this game is over.
Yeah, because I think there's a little bit of, I can smell cheating. I've been doing this long enough so I can smell a cheat. Yuck.
Don't fear. Get
Okay.
out the dog.
All right. How about, pardon me?
I said, get out the dog. Sniff out that cedar over there.
I think so. I think that's the next. Okay, but how about Nancy Wilson? This is not my Nancy Wilson. This is Jasmine Wilson. This was the Harte Nancy Wilson. This Wilson is a blonde. And, of course, what was the...
So?
I don't know whether she still is, but one was a blonde and one was a brunette. And what was the other person's name? In Harte. Anne, and that's right. Anne is the dark-haired one. And this is the blonde-haired one, Nancy Wilson. And
she's the one on the right?
And she's the one in the middle, which is kind of, she's the one in the middle of this duo.
Okay.
It looks like she's on the right, but as you know, it's an...
optical illusion.
Exactly. Sandy...
Wow, that really went...
Yeah.
Jeez.
Put Sandy into the picture, and Sandy looks like she's on the left, but actually she's just off to the right.
And I thought she was one of the Gatlin brothers.
She looks that way, too, because she also is...
An optical illusion.
An optical illusion, exactly. Sandy?
I'm an optical illusion.
You're an optical illusion.
Mary Wilson.
Yeah, this is Nancy Wilson. This is Nancy Wilson. No, Mary Wilson is one of the Supremes, I believe.
Okay.
As opposed to Woodrow Wilson, who was a member of the Mills Brothers.
I got to stay away from that sidebar.
And Bob Wilson, of course, was somebody else who broadcast the hockey games in his undershorts.
Yes?
Oh, yeah, nobody knows that. I just revealed that for the first time. Whoops, I shouldn't have done that. I let the cat out of the bag.
That should have remained our secret.
I just love the feel of the coldness from the ice seeping up into his tush. This guy's listening to me. He's going to meet me outside after the program.
And it took care of the fire in his loins.
Yeah, that's right. It used to put the fire out in his loins, as a matter of fact.
Sure.
No, I worked with Bob at before he was an announcer for the Bruins games. I always had one of these really big voices. South Boston Savings Bank. If you don't shop there, I'll come and I'll beat the bejeebers out of you. Anyway, I forgot who I asked the question. Have I asked anybody that? Sandy. Nancy Wilson.
Yes. I'll have to say 35.
35. Okay. And Dave, what do you think?
41.
Okay. You could add a couple of more words. I'm just joking. I'm having fun with you. Shut up.
Speak up, Dave. Don't be shy.
That's right. Okay, Mike Epstein. What do you think? Nancy Wilson.
They haven't been around in a heck of a long time, have they?
I haven't seen anything or heard them.
No.
And I watch MTV.
Yeah, of course they have. They came out with an album last year.
Did they?
Yes, they did.
I missed that. Son of a gun. I got to add that.
It was very good, too.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to say she's 42.
Yeah.
And it was actually a critical success, too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because I watch MTV, as you know, constantly from every moment I'm home.
I know you do.
They do. I especially like real life and quiz shows and stuff. You know
like
they do.
Beavis and Butthead.
Oh yeah, but I mean, they do so many other things now. They hardly have any time for the videos. How do I know that? Isn't that shameful that a guy my age would know that?
Couch potato.
Yeah, even my kids have outgrown MTV, and I'm watching it.
Yeah.
Norm's into Snoop Doggy Dog.
Al Jolson Unplugged.
Okay. Marge, or as we say here in New England, Madge.
Yes.
What do you think? Nancy Wilson is how old?
Oh, let's see. What year was she born?
9 months after her mother became pregnant, but I forget the...
Okay. I'm going to say she's 40.
40, okay. And Tony? Okay, because I did
Anything about the release of some of their albums at all?
Well, the big...
Dreamboat.
Yeah, no, I didn't tell you anything about her. Her biggest hit was Alone, which came out in 1987.
Yeah, I know that, yeah.
Okay, that doesn't help you at all then, huh? She's from Seattle, Washington.
That don't say no more.
Does that help, you know?
Yeah, sure.
Because a lot of people in Seattle were born in this magical year. She also plays guitar as well as sings, but you knew that anyway. Yeah. And she's a swell dancer and a neat dresser. And to be seen on a date with her as she'd take...
38.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because I didn't know where I was going.
You were going nowhere with that.
I was going nowhere with that thing, is true. Okay.
I did turn around and walk away from you, but you couldn't see me.
Next time, when I hear a clunk, I'll know you drop the phone because you really lost interest.
Okay.
Rick, what do you think?
I'm confused, which may be why I was chosen to play this game, but this isn't the famous Nancy Wilson, I take it.
No, this is not the other, the jazz singers, the dark-haired, very attractive lady. Also, this is from the group Harte, as we mentioned, and she's the blonde one of the... And
40. I'll go with 40.
40.
Yep.
Okay. And Jack.
Yes.
I wonder. Could you tell me how old you think she is? You know.
You see.
You see. You know. Yeah. You see.
Mm-hmm. I'll say 39.
You'll say 39. Yeah. Incidentally, that wasn't a hint to Jack. No, it just came up that way. Oh, Mike in Maryland. How old would you say she is?
40.
40. Okay, she's actually 41, which is what Dave Mager said.
Wow.
So he wins that round. Very good.
Spectacular guess on my part.
Well, it was an excellent guess, right on the button. So we have Rick, who has 2 correct answers, and 1 apiece from Sandy, Tony, Jack, Dave, and all the other kids in the old corral. How about Jerry Jeff Walker, singer, guitarist, who was born... Do any of you know his real name? He's the one who wrote Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles.
Jerry Jeff Walker.
Yeah, do you know his real name?
Jeff Jerry Crawler?
I was thinking about it.
No, his name
Jerry Jeff Pedestrian.
No, his name is Red Ryder. Walker Ryder. No, his born name was Ronald Crosby.
Huh.
Well, what was wrong with that? Why didn't he keep it? Well, I suppose he figured there already was a singer with that name. Yeah, Ronald Crosby, yeah. he didn't make it terribly big. He was out of Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, and recorded only polkas. No, anyway, he wrote Mr. Bojangles. I don't even have the year that was popular, but that goes back to the
Quite a few years.
That does go back a ways.
that back in the
1870s.
60s, I think. Wasn't that a big tune in the 60s?
Yeah, mid to late.
Was it 60s or early 70s?
Late 60s, if I recall.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong.
1960s.
Okay, let's call on you, Mike Maryland. How old do you think Jerry Jeff Walker is today?
Well, you have to throw a guess out there. Normally, I'm not sure.
Well, guess okay with me. Sure.
Okay,
Just right
fine.
out there.
I guess it's... Make him 43.
I'm going to say 43?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to make him 43. Yes, sir. 43 years of age. Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Rick, what do you think?
Jerry Jeff Walker.
Jerry Jeff Walker, yeah.
I would say Jerry Jeff is turning 53 today.
Turning 53 today. Okay. And let's see. Jack, what do you think?
Let me see. Mr. Bojangles.
Could you get just a little closer to your microphone?
Oh, yeah,
or speak up or turn it up or something?
I was just being ponderous.
Oh, I see. Ponderous.
Yeah,
I see.
Ponderous.
Remember that Western? They lived in the Ponderous
They lived in the
Ranch.
Ponderous, yes.
Let's see.
I eat in the Ponderous sometimes.
Is there? Mr. Bojangles, story about a man with some experiences in life. Somebody
We'll have it next. Spin into you after this commercial.
And here's a letter.
From a fellow in the Punjab who wants to say hello to his girlfriend in Findlay, Ohio. No, you do a better imitation.
And she got love. Let's see. It'd have to be 51.
He'd have to be, eh?
Well, he wrote that song. It's about experience. It's about life. It's about, it's hard times.
That's right.
He faked it.
Yeah. But he couldn't have been 16 when he wrote
He
that.
couldn't have been 12. He didn't know anything.
No, that's true. Yeah. Okay, Dave, what do you think? Dave Mager.
Again, I have very little idea. I'd say 47.
47. Okay. And Marge, what do you say?
Well, I'm going to say 53.
53.
Yeah.
Okay. And Mike Epstein?
Did this guy write anything else besides Mr. Bojangles?
No, that was it.
No.
Couple postcards.
His pen ran dry, and
And that was the end of it. Because he was very successful with that. You'd think he would have written some other tune.
Sure,
there were some rumors that he did...
Mrs. Bojangles was the sequel.
Yeah, Mrs. Bojangles didn't know that. It wasn't that. It was by Merbis Duchesne. He wrote. He somehow got it to a Yiddish music thing after that, and then he also wrote O Solo Mio. When he was on his Italian
he wrote
kick.
that.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
And a variety of polkas.
Wow.
He also wrote the intermezzo from the Cavaliere Rusticana by Pietro Mascagni, but it didn't.
It didn't.
Well, give her all the clues, Norm.
What's that, please?
Give her all the clues.
Did you know that the word polka is Czechoslovakian for half, and apparently people could only practice in very small rooms, and they would take half steps, and that's the etymology of.
No kidding. That's why they.
Hey, I want to change my guess on it after that statement.
Who's this? This Rick?
Yeah.
Okay, no, you said 53, so
I'll
we'll stick with 53.
I'll stick with it.
Okay.
All right, I think that this guy is 51 years old today.
51 years old on this very day, March 16th. Okay, and what do you think, Tony?
I thought he was that new guy, Jerry Jeff on the Fresh Prince. No? Oh, Jazzy Jeff.
Oh, no.
I'm confused. And does he spell his name Jeff? Is it Geoff or is it Jeff?
It's Jeff.
All right, that helps me.
Yeah, no, I figured. Also, he was born in Orienta, New York.
Orienta.
Does that help you at all, Orienta?
No, now you confused me.
No, a man who could say that word several times. Let me see that. It had a couple of years till life.
Yeah, it's an Indian name, and it means where the deer and the buffalo roam, and the skies are not cloudy all day except in June.
I thought the Orienta would be the Indian Chinatown.
Oh, I see. Or a movie theater that shows just Chinese films.
Yes, the Orienta Theater.
Yeah, we're going to the Orienta, Ma. Can I have a dime and maybe a little bit for popcorn? What do you say, Ma? Okay. Who did I ask this? Sandy?
No.
Tony. I'm sorry, Tony.
49.
49. Okay, and Sandy?
Well, usually I like going with Tony. He's pretty cool.
Oh, we've had some fun times, haven't we?
Yes, we have. We have.
Whoa, Daddy.
But I do believe I'll try my very own 50.
Okay, actually, Jerry Jeff Walker is 53. Rick scores again, huh?
Oh, I'm surprised.
Yeah, Rick and...
Where am I going to get that information? I don't even know who he is.
We don't believe a word you're saying, Rick, so save your breath, fella.
You're using that book. The I don't know who he is book.
He has probably not been talked about this much since the song came out.
What, are you kidding me? Some friends of mine and I get together every week and we talk about Jerry Jeff Walker.
That's well, you're the president of the Jerry Jeff Walker fan club, aren't you?
Absolutely. Every Wednesday afternoon, I get a crowd in my living room, and we're talking about Jerry Jeff Walker, and we analyze each and every line of not only Mr. Bojangles, but Mrs. Bojangles and Uncle Bojangles.
Yeah, in fact, you're known as Mr. Bojangles.
Yes, on occasion.
Because you're just such a big fan of Jerry Jeff.
Yes, indeed.
Myself, personally, I'm a member of the, although the world may have forgotten you, we never will, Sabu, you wonderful elephant boy, fan club of Methuen.
What about
how many members now?
What about Contafloss from Around the World in 80
That's
Days?
Thursday at my house.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing. Don't be silly. We're trying to be serious, Rick. For God's sake. Just because you looked up all these...
It's my first time.
Yeah, well, just because you cheated, there's no reason to think we're going to laugh at all your jokes, because we look upon cheats with scorn. With scorn, Rick. You hear what I'm saying? Okay, Eric.
Don't knock scorn, it's a look.
And I was telling Dave to cool it. I'm sorry, Dave. Say whatever you want. Let's get Rick to cool it. Okay, Eric is, and it looks like Rick is going to win. That's how tough it is to give up even a junkie price to somebody who's aggravating. Okay, Erik Estrada has a birthday today. He appeared, of course, on the TV series Chips, which is still running.
Marge.
And he appeared in National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon 1, a Mexican soap opera, and a Taco Bell commercial for which he was paid $150,000.
I think he's appeared several times in court for his temper, hasn't he, as well?
I think that's in his past, Jack.
Oh, I see. He's healed.
Yes. He lived with the ex-wife of Vidal Sassoon.
Is that right?
Yes.
And things got a little hairy?
Okay, Erik Estrada. We'll start with you, Marge. How old do you think Erik Estrada is today?
Let's see. He looks younger than he is, I'm sure.
You're really going to be conditioned for your jokes, Jack. You know that?
Yeah.
I'm going to say he is 37.
Please, Marge, you're interfering with the rest of this program.
I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
No. It was your turn. You did just right.
I was thinking.
Okay, 37. Okay. 37. No, you did fine. Rick, what do you think?
Erik Estrada. Chips.
That's right. Just kind of pretend like...
Just pretend like you're really thinking.
Yeah, pretend like...
He's going to be 1 year off this time. Just say, there, I told you so.
Give me a break. 48.
48. Okay. Sandy?
Well, now, riding a motorcycle does make you kind of look older than what you originally are.
That's right, too. And you get a lot of flies and bugs.
Especially around the thighs.
Yeah, bugs. You get bugs in your teeth a lot.
Those tar stains and stuff,
Yeah.
Bugs in your teeth.
Little Amaral, take care of it.
That's right, that Chips, that's on reruns now.
Yes, it is.
And it looks horrible.
It really does look awful. I thought he was, a good-looking guy and a good actor, but that you don't need any acting for Chips. Sit there as long as you can handle the handles or something on a motorcycle.
He did a version of that in South America for, what you said, a Spanish soap opera he also?
And what was it called down there?
Nachos.
Nachos?
Thanks, Jack. Whoa, thank you for asking.
I knew something like that was coming, so, I hold out when I can.
Hey, Sandy, what do you think?
I'm thinking here, I would have to say he's 45.
45.
Yeah.
Okay. And Mike Maryland?
48.
Mike Maryland says 48. And Mike Epstein?
48.
48. Tony?
He's well under the speed limit at 43.
43. Okay, Jack?
Of course, you can't forget the theme song was to a salsa rhythm.
Oh, shit.
Erik Estrada es 44.
44.
See?
You figure if you said it with kind of a little funny accent, it would come out more accurately.
He's just trying to score.
Yes. You know how Jack is.
Okay, Dave, what do you say?
I'd say it's the big 4-0 for Punch.
Wow.
4-0 for Punch? Is that what they call it?
They call him Punch on the show.
What was his real?
Chips.
Poncho what?
Poncherello.
I don't get the Italian name, but
Poncherello. Wouldn't it be Poncherelli?
Poncherello, I think.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Erik Estrada, and I know you're excited about finding out who, in heaven's name, came the closest with that one. Erik Estrada is 46.
I did.
You said, that's right, Sandy. You said 45.
Yes, thank you very
And
much.
nobody said 47, so you are just 1 year off and the closest, and you have 2 correct answers.
Thank you very much.
And Rick has 3, and again, 1 apiece by everybody except...
Rick threw that one, so we wouldn't suspect him any longer.
But these 2 points that I have are very much appreciated. I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. And the people that are folks that I have also thank
Good night and good news.
Well, actually, on the first one, on Jerry Lewis, you both guessed this. In fact, 4 people guessed the same thing. But anyway, Mike, the 2 Mikes are the only 2 who are scoreless so far, but hey...
What's new about that?
There's lots of time.
Norm.
Yes.
How do you cheat in this game?
Well, I'm not going to tell you because then you'll do it.
Birth certificates, I would say.
you pass the answers by way of your toes under the table.
Well, I would think, since we're doing this now, the Sunday papers very often will have the listings of people who have birthdays this week. See, normally we do it. Fridays for Saturday, except we have a lot more birthdays than they list in most of the papers.
And sometimes you go into the next week if there's not enough. And
that's right.
You
that's right.
listen to last year's game and add 1.
Well, on Saturday night, we would have Sunday, and the Sunday papers usually are not out by then. Anyway, Henny Youngman has a birthday March 16th also. He had his own show, says, with Rocky Graziano in 1955. I don't remember that. It was designed to fill the rest of the hour if and when ABC's Wednesday night boxing matches were short. Does that only have about him? I mean, probably the king of the one-liner, still going strong.
Henny and Rocky.
That's all they had for him in there?
That's all. That's the whole thing. They don't even say what year
that. And that is so far removed from whatever he's done.
I know. It doesn't make any sense for them to list that. That was 1955, however, if that helps you.
You know that show is still running, and you can find it sometimes in the morning. The Rocky and Hennywinkle show.
Oh.
You didn't score on that one at all, did you, Jim?
Why don't we guess before he dies?
Oh, Rick, you're a bundle of laughs. Next time we have a Christmas party here, I'm going to remind the management not to send you an invitation again. Anyway, he's the one who's, take my wife, please, the king of the one-liners. Big in colleges a few years ago. I don't know about right now. Anyway, let's start with...
Did he receive an award?
Yes, he did.
Recently? What was that?
Comedy.
Still breathing.
Some kind of Hall of Fame comedy award.
You know, they've got the Pulitzer Prize.
Exactly what it was for the Comedy Hall of Fame.
You know, they've got the Pulitzer Prize. He's got the Pulmonary Prize.
One day you'll be his age, and you won't think that joke is funny at all.
We mock the thing.
I mean, even at my age, I don't think that's a funny line. Anyway, I had dinner with him and about 3 or 4 other people here in Boston one time.
There goes Norma.
No. I just one sideline about Henny Youngman, which I thought was really very nice. He got up in the middle to call his wife, and people at the table who know him well say he does that all the time. He had a very close relationship with her. She died a few years back, and it must just about destroyed him. But it was very, very close. Here's a guy on the road roaming around all over the place doing this, but always, every day would call his wife several times a day. Nice. I think that's a nice little tender story, don't you?
It's beautiful.
Don't make me sound like a total idiot. Okay, Dave Mager, what do you think? Henny Youngman?
87.
Henny Youngman, 87. Okay. And what do you say, Jack?
Oh, let me think. Henny Youngman. He was in the movie Goodfellas, actually, in a cameo appearance. I would have to say he is 86. 86. Okay, and Tony?
What is Henny short for? Henny name at all or something?
No, that's a good point. It doesn't say here.
It could be Henry.
Could be Henry. It could be Hennigan.
Hennigan.
Well, it could be anything. It could be Henny.
Like I said, it could be Henny name at all.
It could be a nickname. We may have worked as a child, like in chicken coops.
That's funny. He often said that. When I was a child, I used to work in chicken coops.
And when he got, when he'd get out to play with his friends,
Take my rooster, please.
It'd smell kind of Henny, yeah.
Okay, Tony, you want to just talk over this guy?
Oh boy, Henny Youngman isn't. You can see this one coming up Broadway. Youngman anymore. He
was born in England. Did you know that?
Oh yeah. See, you throw me off again.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right.
Yeah.
So when did he come to the States?
I don't have any idea. So he was already here by the time I was born.
Well, he supposedly he'd have to come here, because otherwise it would be, would take my wife if you'd be so good, you say.
That's true, yeah.
All right, he's 80.
I call her my melancholy baby because she has a head like a melon and a face like a koala.
I understand.
Blonde tresses all the way down her back. Unfortunately, she has none on the top of her cranium. British don't talk that way. They don't talk that way at all.
You have one more joke in that set of jokes you do. Do it again.
Another one, well, yes. My wife was actually so skinny that I recall one day she swallowed an olive. It landed in her stomach, and 10 men left town in a fit. In a snit. See, they thought she was pregnant. You see, that's the rest of her, because she was so skinny that even an olive.
Seriously, folks.
Shows, we Englishmen don't have much sense of humor, except those of us who watch Channel 2.
89.
I'm sorry, I don't remember the question. Okay, Henny Youngman, 89. Okay, Mike Epstein.
87.
87. And what do you say, Mike in Maryland?
83.
Mike in Maryland says 83. Were you an announcer too, Mike in Maryland?
No.
You should sort of talk like, hello, I'm a late night announcer.
He plays one on TV.
No.
Yeah, but he played one. He wasn't an announcer, but he played one on television. I see.
That's his sexy phone voice.
Yeah, that sounds like that. Hello, ladies. It's late at night, and this is... don't be embarrassed. Have you never been to a man's boudoir before? You remember that some of those programs they ran? We ran one here called The Lonesome Gal. And we used to laugh at it because she tried so hard to be sexy. And let's move along first, though. I'll tell you that.
Like Dr. Lonnie Carton or something?
Yeah, the same kind of sexy voice.
How are you? We're in the learning center. How are you?
Hi, this is Dr. Sex, ready to thrill you with my good voice on the sex
Senior editor of Playboy Today.
That's right. Okay. Sandy, what do you think? Anybody who knows Dr. Lonnie Cotton, just say, no, I think they mentioned, no, I guess they didn't. What do you think? How old do you think he is?
Well, take my answer, please. That was bad.
That was really awful. Yeah.
Okay. We'll go with the 93.
93. Whoever's breathing heavily, and I don't blame you when Sandy speaks, I breathe heavily too. But if you could just turn away from the phone, we'd appreciate it, because while she's talking, you're going... it is kind of disconcerting. Rick.
Wash your breath. Thanks.
I'll say...
Don't you ever brush your teeth, for God's sakes?
Floss. Have you ever heard of floss?
Yeah.
Well, I think when he makes medical appointments, he goes to archaeologists at this point. So I will say 90.
He goes to what?
Archaeologists.
I see. That's humor. Did all you get that?
Oh, yeah.
That's hilarious. That's very good.
On the inside.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I'm not even doing that.
Well, it's not a thin woman
never mind.
Swallowing an olive.
No,
but
just go back to breathing heavily again. I think that'll be better. Marge, what do you think?
Well, he's probably up in his 90s, but I'm going to say 85.
Why? What? Yeah, let's try to analyze what you just said.
Were you a math major?
No, he's probably in his 90s, so therefore you say 85. How did you arrive at that?
Long gestation.
Hold on, Rick.
Well, of course, in California, where he probably lives, it's an earlier time zone.
It's got to do with percentages and numbers, Norm. It's all numbers.
That's what it is. Mathematical. Okay.
I just figure everybody can't be older than I am that much. I mean, I remember him, so I'm saying 85.
You had to ask.
Yeah. Okay, actually, Tony got it anyway.
I did?
Yeah, it's 89 is correct.
Oh.
So Tony's now got 2, and so has Sandy.
Wow.
And I like Sandy's 2 better than I like Tony's. But anyway, and Rick has got 3, and Kate Nelligan. We better hurry along. This we're getting here toward the end of the hour. Kate Nelligan is an actress who appeared on the Masterpiece Theater. Appeared in the film Frankie and Johnny, and Prince of Tice. She also was in a great Eye of the Needle with Donald Sutherland. That's the first time I'd ever seen her. Kate Nelligan,
and she's currently portraying the captain of the new starship on the latest.
The Voyager.
Star Trek Voyager.
Yeah, that's right.
No, that's Kate Mulgrew.
Kate Mulgrew, yeah.
Oh, it's Kate Mulgrew. Oh,
close enough.
Okay. Let's.
Not close enough.
Yeah. Okay. Kate Nelligan. Let's go through this very quickly because we don't really have an awful lot of time.
Okay.
Marge, what do you say?
Oh, boy. This is good. 45.
Rick?
44.
Sandy?
Which part in Frankie and Johnny did you play? May I ask?
No, I don't. I really don't know. The only thing I know is what I told you. Okay. Kate Nelligan. What do you think, Sandy?
50.
Okay, Mike?
Which one?
Sorry, Mike Maryland.
51.
And Mike Epstein?
48.
Good. Thank you. Tony?
46.
46. Jack?
51.
51. And Dave?
42.
42. Okay. Actually, strangely enough, Rick hit that on the button too. 44.
I'm very surprised.
Yeah. So actually, Rick is. I had just one more name, but Rick has already really won the game. But if you want to go through the last one very quickly, we can do that. A lesser-known person, a golfer named Hollis Stacy, on the pro golf circuit. She has earned over $1 million. From Savannah, Georgia, Hollis Stacy. Okay, she has a birthday also today, March 16th. And Dave, what do you think?
48.
48. Okay, and Jack?
37.
Tony?
I'm going to try to link this with the other one. 39.
39. Okay, Mike? Mike Epstein?
42.
Okay, Rick?
36.
Rick says 36. And Marge?
35.
35. Okay. She's 41.
Oh.
And so Sandy...
Yes.
Sandy got that. That's very good, Sandy.
Good for you.
Oh, also, Mike Epstein said 42. So I bet, wait a minute. Yeah, no, that's right.
Oh.
Yeah, Mike said 42, and Sandy said 40, and she's 41. So
Good. So I got one of them.
So you got Mike. Yeah.
But he went over.
What's that?
No, it doesn't matter.
No, there's no rule about going with the one who came to the closest. Okay, so the winner is Rick. Rick, hold on, and we'll get your name and address, and we'll send you some really piece of junk. Thank you very much. Okay. Would you take his name and address, Dave? Rick's, please. Thank you. We got rid of him from the air anyway. That's kind of good.
Make sure you send him a real piece of crap.
Oh, it'll be junk, man. It'll be even the worst.
Really bad.
It'll be the worse than we usually sell.
Send him a box of music trivia quiz certificates.
That'd be fun. Marge, thank you very much for playing the game with us.
Thank you very much.
Okay, and also to you, Sandy, thanks a million.
Thank you, sweetie.
Oh, she said sweetie, and I clipped her off right in the middle of sweetie.
How could you?
I know, that's really cruel. And Mike and Marilyn, thank you very much. Good to talk with you.
0, I guess. Thank you very much, Norm.
You're welcome. Thank you. He's got to have been an announcer. He's got
great voice.
Oh, great voice.
Great voice.
Yeah. And Mike Epstein, thank you very, very much.
A pleasure as always.
Okay, and of course Dave is in there taking the winning name so we can know who he is and get him really a piece of junk stuff. Oh, that'll be good. What a pleasure that'll be. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can just see it right now. It'll be one of these things when you open it up, a million stars and things fall all over your rug. We'll do that one. Tony, thank you very much. Always a pleasure.
Good night, lovey pooks.
See you Friday. Okay. Lovey pooks. And to you too, Jack.
Hey, you'll not get any of that talk out of me.
Because you're a tough guy.
Oh, you betcha.
Yeah, well, you're Mr. Macho. Anyway, talk to you soon.
All right.
Bye-bye now.
Another laugh-out-loud game from the vault has been cashed in. Have a great week, everyone, and let's meet again next week at that little cafe in Antwerp, Belgium. Closing the vault and leaving this world a little sillier than we found it. 4. Guinea. First-timers. Gentleness. Red Ryder BB guns. Daisy BB guns. Bubbly Charm. Martin and Lewis. Rockabye My Baby with a Dixie melody. My Jerry Lewis impression. Hey, lady. Failing miserably, just like my impression. Former announcers as producers is not recommended. Believing in your cause. Maximum feasible misunderstanding. Maximum feasible unpopularity. Town meeting engagement impressions. Smelling a cheat. Optical illusions. Harte. The Old Corral. Jeff Jerry Crawler. Mr. and Mrs. Bojangles. Polka history. Ponderances. The Punjab. Norm's telling of jokes like an Englishman. Scorn. The South American version of chips. Nachos. Little funny accents. Henny and Rocky. The Pulmonary Prize. Beautiful, tender stories. Sexy phone voices. Dr. Sex, editor-in-chief of Playboy Today. Breathing heavily. Masterpiece Theater. Although the world may have forgotten you, we haven't. Sabu, you wonderful elephant boy. Mike Epstein, Dave Mager, one of the purveyors of the worst jokes ever, Jack Harte, and the sweetie lovey pooks himself, Norm Nathan. I'm Tony Nesbitt.
I can smell cheating. I've been doing this long enough so I can smell a cheat. Yuck.